Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shannon, I am the Wisdom Wench, and in this video we're going to go over balancing study and self-care. I will go over a bit of my educational background so you understand where it is that I'm coming from, and we will go over how to balance other responsibilities with your studying but making sure that you stay on top of everything in a way that works for you. So go ahead, go grab a cup of tea and then study some herbalism with me. So first I'm going to go over my background in education so that you have an idea of where I'm coming from. So I did my GCSE and A-levels like everyone else, and then I went to university and studied a bachelor's degree in journalism. During my second year there was a lot health-wise for me and my family, and that kind of overshadowed a lot of it. I also started working at that point, so doing a full-time degree, work and other responsibilities, I was getting incredibly burnt out, and by my third year my grades were slipping and I was, I think, emotionally very much done. I was exhausted. I had pushed myself to a complete burnout at that point. And because I'm a glutton for punishment, a few months later I went into a master's degree. During the end of my bachelor's, I was also switching jobs, so I was working another job when I started studying my master's as well. About 2 terms into my master's degree, I don't think even that, COVID happened and lockdowns happened. No one was ready for that. No one was ready for everything that lockdown brought. My uni wasn't ready, I wasn't ready, and those health problems that my family were facing only amplified with the lockdowns. I was trying to study in a very unfamiliar way. I was studying a law degree that I hated. I honestly was miserable. And I was doing it for all of the wrong reasons. I was doing this master's because, have you ever heard of a panic master's? It was that. I picked something because I panicked. I'm very fortunate that I could just jump into a master's degree. And for a while I was trying to push myself into this like it was what I really wanted to do, and it wasn't. It wasn't for me. I was pushing myself. I was exhausted, beyond exhausted, trying to work while trying to study, and it was too much. Towards the end of my degree I ended up dropping out. I was burnt out and I had a massive breakdown. The reason this is important is because I now, as an adult going back into studying, I come at all of my studying with the view of being very gentle with myself and avoiding burnout. That is the main thing. I have had 2 major episodes of burnout. It took me, I think the second one took me about 2 years, a year and a half maybe, to recover from, with a lot of therapy and a lovely support network of my friends and family. But it took me a long time to get back from that. I don't want that to happen again. I've now found something that I love. I love studying herbalism, and I know that this is what I really want to do. But I come at everything with the air of watch my energy levels, watch what I can, make sure I'm not taking on too much, and balance in all things. Take it gently, be gentle on yourself, and it is okay if you need to put something down for a little while. It's my entire philosophy. Just enjoy it, take breaks, have fun, don't get burnt out. So that is what we're going to go over today. Earlier in the week, I did a study day. I have fallen behind a little bit on my course and I do need to catch up. So I took a day off work and I put it aside as this day is for study. And that is the following video that you're about to see. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you a little bit later. So I've fallen a little bit behind in my course. I've got quite a lot to do and I need to be catching up so that I can get my final project in. So I'm going to go over all the things I do to make sure I can find balance between studying and having relaxed free time. I'm not one of those people that is really big into productivity and kind of maximizing your time. I'm not good at that, but I have found a system that works for me. Today's tea. I've got my hay fever tea, but I've added fennel seeds to this. And it's just added a little bit of spice that I'm really enjoying. Because I knew I had this whole day that I needed to study and that I've put aside to start catching up, I started the day by going for a really nice walk. I went to my local park and I looked at all the flowers that are out and really got myself feeling grounded, because it's beautiful outside and it's really sunny today and I don't want to be at my desk studying. I don't. I want to be out in the flowers. But I can't be out in the flowers because I'm learning about the flowers. I love my studying and I love my course, so that helps when it comes to studying. It's a whole different ballgame when you're studying something that you don't like. I've been there. So when I got back, I created an environment for myself that keeps me calm and relaxed, so I'm less likely to procrastinate and wander off and try and find other things to do because I'm feeling quite settled. For me, that environment looks like having a nice cup of tea, making sure I've got water on hand, I've got incense going, I put an ambience on in the background. What I'm going to do is the first comment on this video, it will be me, and I'm going to put in there a bunch of the ambiences that I really like to have on as the background of when I'm studying, because sitting in a very quiet room and studying doesn't help me. I will find ways to go entertain myself that aren't studying. So having a little background ambience really helps. I struggle with anxiety and getting a little bit stressed, so I've got, it's a fidget toy, but it's just permanent bubble wrap. I find it really relaxing because when I get stressed, like if I'm researching something and I don't quite understand it and it's taking me longer than I'd anticipated, I bite my nails, and I really don't like that as a really bad habit, and I'm really working very hard on stopping it. But this has helped, the permanent bubble wrap, to sit and pop. It's really relaxing. What I also do to stop me looking at my phone and getting distracted is I use an app called Forest. It's an app I've been using for years. I've used it all throughout university while studying. But what it does is it grows a little tree, a little virtual tree of your focus time, and it locks your phone apart from apps that you've allowed. So the only app I've allowed on my phone is phone calls, and that is so I don't get distracted, and I only get phone calls if it's genuinely important. But my phone is locked. I can't scroll, I can't look at other things. It's my focus time. I will put that up in the description of this video as well. I highly recommend it. And it's really fun to see your little forest building up. It's got seasonal trees as well, so I've got like seasons in my forest. It just makes me very happy. So what I'm gonna do is put my forest on for the next 2 hours. I won't be sat here studying for the entirety of the 2 hours. I take breaks, but it's 2 hours before my next big break. And another way that I stay focused is during my big break, I make sure that I've got a task or an activity that I'm really looking forward to doing. So during my break, I'm gonna go repot some plants, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be grounding, it's gonna be away from the computer. It's something completely different to studying all day. So the main things I need to work on today, I need to catch up with some of my units. I have a deadline and I need to kind of make a bit of a plan for my final project monograph. I've got all of my sections laid out. I need to start bulking it out. They're the three main things I want to work on. I'm not going to work on all of those in this 2 hour period, but I pick one task for this 2 hours, one for another 2 hours, and one for my final 2 hours, with big chunky breaks in between. This is how it works for me to study with my current lifestyle. We're going to get to studying, and I'll see you on our first break. I'm in my garden now. I've done my 2 hours of studying, and towards the last hour I was getting really tired and I was really struggling with it. I don't sit and study for the whole 2 hours. I make sure I take breaks. I do little, like, 5-minute tasks, something that I can get completely done in that time. And normally that's something like doing the dishwasher, or, oh, I don't know, hanging out washing. Stuff that really doesn't take me long to get done. But I take a break every like half hour or so, or just as I get kind of distracted or tired. And now I get to do my planting, which I'm super excited about. I think this is my chamomile that I'm replanting. From my 2023 seed videos, I've had a number of failed seedlings, unfortunately, so I'm gonna get some more seeds and replant them. And hopefully they can grow big and strong. to fill the base of all of these up. These are beetroot, these are broccoli, and the chamomile. I think some of the sunflowers can have to be repotted soon as well, but I'll leave that as a, maybe do that tomorrow or something. I like to spread it all out so that I don't do it all in one day and then don't have fun planting tasks later on. I've just come off of my first bigger break and I did some planting and I ended up sitting with a cupcake and a coffee and watching an episode of Grimm's. That took me about an hour and a half, which was enough of a reset so it doesn't feel like I'm going into more study. Because it's a very big break, it feels like I haven't studied at all yet today and that I'm going into the first bit, so it means I'm going into it with a lot more energy and a lot more motivation. The first part of the day, I really focused in on my current deadline, but I'm quite ahead of the deadline. So I could, if I wanted to, go straight back into doing that and probably get the deadline out the way today. But I'm not going to do that because I'm feeling a lot of resistance to doing that. I don't particularly want to. And at the last bit of my last section of studying, I really started to feel the drag. So I'm going to continue working for the next 2-hour segment on my herbal monograph, my big final project. I've got a good chunk of the way through this. I'm hoping to get another 2 sections finished, well, first drafted in the next 2 hours. And then once I've done that, I'm almost have a complete first draft. My deadline for this is July, so I have a bit of time, but I would like to get this done. Yeah, we're going to be working on that for the next 2 hours. I'm going to do exactly like I did before. I'm going to put on my forest for 2 hours so that I haven't got my phone, which you are on, distracting me, and I will check back after this section's done. But you can see kind of how I structure my study if I'm doing a full day of study. I do a big chunk, but I take small breaks and do small things that need doing as a break from the task, and then I have something to look forward to. So now you see me recording this. It is a few days later. After that last study session, I didn't follow my own advice. Shocking. I didn't stick to the 2 hours. I didn't take breaks. I found a problem and I got obsessed. I got stuck. I had a question that I could not find the answer to for hours of studying. And then at the end of that, I think it was a 3-hour period, I was making silly mistakes. I was tired. I was frustrated. And I recorded footage that is unusable because of these silly mistakes. Breaks are necessary, even if you feel like I'm on a roll and I've got this. I wasn't on a roll. I did not have this. I was tired and I should have stopped. After that, I did. I didn't go back to filming for a little bit. I had then a very busy few days where I couldn't study. And now I'm getting back in it and getting back to it. The result of that final 2 hours was I did get about half of my monograph done. It's now bulking it out, making it pretty, and genuinely just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process of it. So all of these tips I've put throughout the video, they are how I study with my current lifestyle, with my current energy levels, and it's something that I'm going to make sure I carry on. I'm a little bit behind still, but I'm getting there and I'm working my way through everything. So thank you so much for being here. Please let me know in the comments if you have any particular way that you study. Do you have any tips for balancing study and your responsibilities? Do you have any fun activities that you like to do to make it just a little bit more interesting? Please let me know. Please comment. I really do want to hear from you. Like and subscribe if you'd like to come along this journey with us. I want to thank everyone so much for being here. I've just hit 100 subscribers and I was really proud of me. Like, I've kept this up and I love what I'm doing, and I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, goodbye everyone. So